Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good Monday morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors, and it's just one of our things that we really enjoy doing. And thanks for all the feedback y'all give us. We got a big week planned, some special guests, some really good video. So we'll get started today with our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. A nice day, huh? About a high of 75, a low of 63. Our water temperature brought to us by Marantha Coffee. Marantha Marketing, and it's at the end of the pier. It's up to 69 degrees now, but it's made a good drop in like a 7 or 8 day span. It made a good drop. Our Monday moon phase, always important. We do it every Monday. We replace the river readings with our moon phase, and we're going to have a new moon this Thursday. We have some dark nights coming up this week, and the new moon will be Thursday. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We have some deep tides this weekend, but picking back up. A low tide this morning at 5:20, and a high tide at 7:15 this evening. Our marine forecast will be south-southwest to be variable of about 5 to 10. I did a quick weather because we want to get back with our guests, so we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back and welcome to Jerry Forehand. Jerry's been on the show quite a bit, and he's, to me, a consummate outdoorsman, a local guy, grew up here, and folks, he does, you see the pictures on a regular basis, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
I just love hearing from him. I've been out with him before, and he and his wife are just such a great host and a big part of our community. So you've had a pretty good summer.
I have. We've caught good fish every trip, just about it, because we work real hard out there. And the only times I haven't really caught good fish was when I fished out of Panama City. But it was super rough, and we could only run out like 3 or 4 miles, so I ran 30 miles down the beach, and we caught fish, but they were small.
Yeah. Tell the, well, that goes back to my saying I came up after my Mexican fishing rodeo. The waves were tall, but the fish were small.
Yeah, we caught fish, but they were just not big enough to keep me. He caught grouper and the like, but
what size?
Shorts.
Tell folks what size boat you have.
I have a 25-foot cuddy cabin, and it was made in. It's a boat made. It's a Tierra made in North Carolina, so it takes rough water. It's heavy, but it's powered by a 250 Yamaha, and it'll run 44 miles an hour with a single engine, and it's the heaviest boat out there. But it takes the seas good, so that's the reason we do go out there and fish that heavier water. We fish 45 miles off lots of times.
That's a long way out, because when we go with Billy Archer, that's about as far as we'll go out with that big old boat of his. So you're taking a boat. But he does, he's talking about fishing hard. He's always looking at a screen. He's working hard the whole time looking. Electronics.
Yeah. Electronics are the key, and when I'm moving from spot to spot, I watch that screen, and it's amazing how many times I have marked a spot, turned right around, and caught great fish.
You know something?
There's spots out there, but you got to be looking for them, and you got to be in an area where the fish are. And I'm an old timer that I don't use the trolling motor. I hold us up on the spot, and my guys don't seem to mind. They know we don't catch them ever down, but sometimes it's the last spot we stop at we put them in the boat.
You've always have some good bait with you.
I always got good bait. I always try to take live bait with me. So I'm hauling all the way to Indian Pass. I've got a bucket full of chauffeurs, normally 5, 6, 7 dozen that I take, and we use those, and they bit the chauffeurs real good. And so that's our go-to.
How do you hook your chauffeurs?
I go through the lips so he don't spin going down.
Okay.
And I think they stay on a little easier that way. So if you don't hook them real hard, you might lose them to a bite easier, but you get more bites.
I know we've talked about this on a regular basis. Every year, the shark situation got a little bit worse.
It is getting worse.
This is a first-hand experience. He's out there.
Oh yeah, I'm out there lots. if we don't do something about the sharks, right now, on an average trip, we catch our limit of fish, of snapper and some grouper, some nice grouper, red grouper especially. The sharks get 50% of our big fish.
One out of two.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we were at a spot the other day. All four of us, it was 2 trips ago, all 4 of us went down on a good-looking spot. All 4 of us had good fish on. None of us got to the top. Sharks got
all 4 of them?
Yeah, all 4 of them. So we just moved on. No need in feeding the sharks. But people forget that sharks could feed a multitude of people, and shark steak is really good. But I don't know why we're in love with sharks. But we need to get an attitude change in our government so far as the shark.
But
population.
I know you send me pictures and all, but you've had half a snapper, snapper, and half just cut out.
Oh, there's nothing worse than bringing in a head that weighs 10 pounds.
I know. But the only thing you can do is move.
They just move.
Yeah.
Just move. But they'll be at the next spot. That's the problem. The other day we weren't bothered by them too much because we were fishing shallow.
Okay.
They didn't seem to bother us. I don't know if it's too rough for them to eat or what, but we only lost 1 fish the other day to a shark.
That's a good sign.
That was a fabulous trip. And we kept nice fish. You'll see them pictures.
We've got some good pictures he sent, and we're going to talk about that. But you take different people with you.
I do. And the last trip I took one of our pastors from the church, Tyler Helms, and you'll see him in some of the photos. And he told me Sunday, I mean, it's been a week and a half since we went or longer. He said his shoulder is still hurting.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Working
He never
hard.
caught that many fish in his life.
That's awesome. We're going to take a break, come back and look at some of these pictures. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Here with Jerry Forehand, quite an outdoorsman. I always love having him on because he does a lot of outdoor stuff. As simple as that. And offshore, inshore, and down at the river and the creek and out up in the woods.
Yeah, not near as much as I want to be. Right now I'm having to work too much. I'm working in 5 houses.
So, yeah,
3 of my personal houses and 2 new houses.
You build houses, and for people who never owned houses.
Never owned houses through a program with Panama City.
Yeah. And
it's really nice to build a house for somebody that's never owned a house and to see the satisfaction on their face.
Oh, you know, what's special?
They're just special people that I love to work with.
And making great memories right there, that first home. Everybody remembers the first home. And, and you see, especially seeing it get built.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
All right, let's get to these pictures now. This is, here, you sent me this text, and this was last week, Saturday's catch with Tyler Helms, our student and young adult pastor at First Baptist Church downtown, and Steve Johnson, y'all were out of Indian Pass. So here's the picture here, and boy, that's just a pretty fish.
That's a pretty fish. That was a unique fish in that normally I have to wait till the end of the trip to catch a big one. That fish was the first spot, first bait, first down, first bite.
No way. The very first one.
22-pound red snapper.
22 pounds. That don't happen very often.
That don't happen very often. I thought it was a small shark. It pulled so hard.
On the first drop.
First drop.
No kidding.
And there's Tyler with a nice red snapper.
Okay, he's happy right there. Yeah.
Incidental catch. He's just coming up and catches a nice little small bull. Mahi.
How about that?
And never seen one of those before, I don't think.
You can tell you just got out of water. That color is just so
yeah.
bright.
That's when you got to have your picture.
That is the single most beautiful fish of all. To me it is. It is awesome.
It is.
All right, so you get back to the house, and this is your catch here?
That's our catch right there. I think we had 2 nice red grouper, limit of snapper, some nice beeliners, couple of 2 or 3 black snapper, some white snapper. So it was a pretty good catch.
Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we have that. So I'm going to. So we have the picture right there, but Tyler's not in the picture.
No, he was having to babysit the next morning. He called me and said, I can't make it. My wife's having to go on to the job out of town. And so I said, don't worry about it. We'll wash the boat. We'll clean the fish, make sure you get fish.
Okay.
And I sent him the picture.
Okay.
And
so here's a picture. So you sent him the picture, and what did Tyler do?
oh, he photoshopped himself in. I told him, I said, if you can put yourself in a picture, then you'll be in the fish picture.
Okay, so here it is. So then he photoshopped himself in.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Because and Jeff brought this up because you can't see his legs. So
But that's pretty neat.
That's funny. That's good right there. So, but that was a good trip.
That was a good trip, yeah. And he told me later, it was after a week, he still said my shoulder's still hurting from reeling so many fish in. We probably caught at least 50 fish, and probably 30, at least 30 of them were grouper. They were a lot of 18-inch red grouper, and we only had one that didn't go back.
Is that right?
Yeah, we had one floater that was deep hooked, but the rest of them, they went right back down when we put them on the descending vise or vented them.
Oh.
So it does work. And fish that you wouldn't think would go back down just by venting, they were gone.
That venting, we talk about it a lot. That's so important.
It is very important that you vent, and don't keep the fish out of the water long, because he dies even if you vent him. You got to get him off that hook, be gentle taking him off, and vent him and drop him back in. You need to do that within 1 minute.
That's a good point. Very, very good point. Yeah.
Save our fish.
Yeah. Well, you're good about having fish fries. We've been to your house and really enjoyed some of the food you cook. And this next set of pictures, I want to talk about this. This is let's start here. Tell the folks where you are right here. Let me see. Let's see. Here we go. What about this one right here?
All right, that was last Saturday.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Doesn't show up quite as vivid as it was, but that's sunrise in essence on the Chipola River.
On the Chipola River. Now, we're talking about from the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, whatever you call it, and then here he is.
And I'm
here he is right here. That's beautiful.
I'm going squirrel hunting, so that's about the time I like to get there, because it's still dark in the woods.
So you went squirrel hunting?
I went squirrel hunting. I did.
Awesome.
And
look at here.
Yeah, I got me some bushy tails. I'm gonna have some of them for supper tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I catfished while I was squirrel hunting. I mean, when I quit shooting squirrels, I started catfish. So I caught a mess of catfish, and I'm frying them up. That's southern fish, right?
We're talking about this is cool right here. Okay, so you're going hunting in the morning and then finish squirrel hunting and go catfishing.
Yeah, but that's the outdoorsman. That's the finished product right there, southern fried catfish, and of course, you got to have hush puppies with them, and that's my wife's recipe. You can see they all look like critters.
Oh, that's great.
And then my garden. That was my vegetable. That's a mixture of all the greens, style-wise. Turnips, mustard, rutabagas. I love the tops on all of them.
Yeah. You know, we're talking about here he is in the Gulf, and here he is up the river squirrel hunting and fishing. So that's what we're talking about, being in Florida Panhandle outdoorsman right there. And that's a good meal.
There's no place, I don't think, in this world that you can do both of them within a few miles of your house. And we're just living in heaven. We just don't need to tell everybody.
Ain't that true? But you know, when you squirrel hunt, how you gonna cook your squirrels tonight?
I'll probably fry them. That's the old Southern tradition, is to fry them. And my grandson likes them cooked in a magic pot.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. So that way, he's diabetic and can't have the grease and stuff like that. So the flour. So he eats them like that. But his favorite wild game is raccoon.
Raccoon.
He loves raccoon. So I try to trap them. I trap them at my house because I got a garden and I got chickens. So
they're always coming in.
And they're always there, and I got a pond behind my house, so they're there. So I trap them there and take care of them and keep them out of the trash cans. And I trap them for different people that I have the hand trap that is dog proof.
Yeah.
And his favorite meal is raccoon.
How do you cook your raccoon?
She cooks it in cooks it browns it just in light oil, I think, and then she puts it in the magic pot and tenderizes them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so he does love it, and he's a carnivore if there ever was one.
Well, that's real interesting. Okay, we're going to take our final break, come back with Jerry. All right, welcome back, folks. Here with Jerry Forehand. Before we get back with Jerry, let's take a look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. 8:30 to 10:30 this morning and tonight, 8:51 to 10:51. I ask a lot of my outdoor guests your opinion of fishing game times.
They definitely work. There's no doubt about that. If you can get all that lined up with the decent weather, you're going to see something in the woods or you're going to catch fish. Now, when I'm out fishing, especially offshore, it's daylight to dark almost. I try to get in before the sun sets.
Yeah.
But, there's an uptick sometimes just in the middle of the day, and you wonder why. Well, that's the feeding time.
Exactly.
You know,
yep, exactly. Okay, now you mentioned your garden a while ago. Let's take a look at this picture here. Tell us about this.
Well, I'm pretty good now of fertilization. That's the key to growing, and enough water. That's a turnip. My wife called when I was talking to her the other day, Saturday. She said she had went to the garden and picked some greens for my sister. She said, and we got some there big as softballs, some turnip roots. And I said, no way, you mean tennis balls. Well, she didn't correct me. When I went and picked yesterday, I found them big as softballs.
Whoa.
Biggest turnip roots I've ever grown. And they are really soft. They're not pithy. They just grew so fast till they're just
what do you attribute that to? Good fertilization?
Good fertilization, and I've been enriching my garden with black cow and different other stuff. You just about can't over fertilize your garden. You can mess your plants up, but if you turn it in, then that's a big key is improving your dirt itself.
Yeah, I've seen the garden before. You get a lot of food off that garden.
I get a lot of food and share a lot of food.
Yeah.
My wife says, why do you grow such a big garden? Well, people that come over and visit like to get some greens too, or peas, or green beans.
Right. That's great. Yeah. All right, listen, let's move on now. This little contraption here. Tell us about it.
All right, that's it's like, what is it to you? Do you know anything about something like this? Well, here's what it really is. It's a lamp. Let's see if I can make it arc.
Okay. Okay. You see a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It's a gift from a friend in the 90s. That's a lamp a carbide lamp that they coon hunted with back in the 40s, 50s.
And he was from Mississippi.
And he was from Mississippi, and he was a big coon hunter. And that was the only light they had, literally, that would sustain them. And it was their cheap light. They didn't have to buy batteries or nothing.
Yeah.
And so he used that and gave that to me as a gift. And so it's one of those things that I cherish because I love the old man that lived in one of my apartments, and he gave that to me.
How about
Nobody else wanted it, so he said, I want you to have this.
Oh, cool.
So, cool. Most people have not seen one of these.
Yeah.
And it's just unique. You got a place for the carbide where you put it in, and it produces a gas that burns.
That's amazing.
Yeah, when you light it up, it's got its own spark, and you can adjust the flame in essence, so you can be brighter or less just with the amount of gas that's coming off of the carbide.
How about that? How cool is that? We all love looking at old things like that. That's cool. And it makes me think about how the advancements in lighting we have. From the old floundering light to what we have now. I know you've seen that yourself.
Oh, I have. And
what did you first use when you first started floundering?
Just a regular 12-volt light bulb. And we had it on the end of a pole. Daddy made some poles, and actually he made one of them where the light had a gig prong below it, so you could really see him good. We carried a car battery in a wash tub. And
a car battery in a wash tub.
Yeah, and Sandy Creek was our best place to go. And we would do right there, not in the creek itself, but in the bay right there beside it. Allington.
And y'all got a bunch of flounder, did
We
you?
used to, yeah, we could just stack them up.
That Allington area.
Allington had them. Nobody else hardly ever went
Nobody.
there. You know, so it was like we could go get a couple of dozen, you know, just in a couple of hours. And Mama liked to go, but then we started taking a small boat so she could ride in the boat.
Okay.
You know, and she'd spot them like that. My parents were outdoors people. My dad grew up in the woods. He was eating turpentine as a young boy.
Yeah.
And the like. So they were forced when they lost their farm to the cost of the seed and fertilizer in the late 20s and 30. They lost 80 acres.
Oh.
That was my daddy was just a young man then, a young boy. And so they were nomads from there on. Turpentine everywheres and cut cross ties and whatever.
Yeah, he worked for a living. And
he worked hard for a living, and I watched him, and I got the same genes. And so I'm a hard worker too.
And he lived off the land and water a lot.
They did. Well, they didn't have any choice.
Yeah.
And he remembers seeing his first deer track. It was because there just were no deer.
That's right.
They'd been killed out, you know, and
they killed out for food, right?
They were, yeah. That was the only that and that between that and possums that sustained them after hard times.
A lot of squirrel and a lot of rabbit.
That's it.
And
That's
then,
it.
Coming down and catching fish too.
And catching fish, yeah. They lived on that.
That's been some great stories, Jerry. We appreciate you coming on. About to run out of time, but I get a kick out of all of your fishing pictures you send us because I know you work hard for it and you share your food and you're just a great outdoorsman.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. It's just a life love of the outdoors.
It's come natural and all.
It does. It comes natural.
And I love the picture of a youth pastor photoshopping them in there. That's that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You asked me to go with you all the time, and most of the time I'm tied up. We're going to go soon.
You need to go.
I promise you. Folks, we appreciate you watching the show. Do something good for someone else today. Have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors, and let's take care of it. And God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.